What is going on, YouTube? It is Primitive here, and today I'm very excited to start getting into some EX2 deck lists. Today we're going to be going over my D-Reaper deck with the yellow package. Now, D-Reaper is a deck that a lot of people have been looking forward to. It breaks a lot of rules of the Digimon card game, which is very exciting. It's something very new, and something that a lot of people have been looking forward to. There's been a lot of different discussion on which is going to be the best way to run the deck. I personally think yellow is going to be the best, considering the deck needs some time to be able to get its combo going, so I think that yellow being able to supplement that slower early game is going to be the best. So that is what I built. Shout out to the people in my Discord who were testing this list, helping me out a little bit, and big shout out to my boy Chris, who did theory test this just a little bit as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight on into the list. Starting off with the Digitama, of course, we're just going to be having the 4 Mother D-Reaper. You don't want a 5th egg. It will just ruin your deck pretty much, because you need to just be hatching Mother D-Reaper. You don't play any rookies, so if you hatch a 5th egg that you can't Digivolve on top of and promote, your deck completely dies. You just need the Mother D-Reaper. Most of the time, you're not going to go more than 1 Mother D-Reaper egg. If you're playing against Judgment of the Blade, you might go a 2nd egg. But for the most part, you play 1 Mother D-Reaper, and that's really all you need. We're just playing 4 because why not? Alright, so getting on into the D-Reaper cards, we are just going to go in numerical order of the ADR cards. So starting off with ADR01 Jerry, we are going to be playing 4. This card is super insane. Being able to get this out for a cost of 2 or 3 early by using Mother D-Reaper's effect is going to be extremely powerful. You're going to be able to suspend it to put another Searcher underneath your Mother D-Reaper, which only speeds you up more. Once you get 2 of these out, you're able to go so fast to be able to get up to your Reaper or your Gatekeepers. It's just really, really good. But the fact that it's a 5k without a level, it also makes it kind of hard for your opponent to get rid of. Can't use level removal. You can't use things that delete 4k or less, which is a lot more common than 5k or less. So it is just in a very nice spot, and the fact that you can reduce it with Mother D-Reaper makes it so much better. Then getting into ADR2 Searcher, we're going to be playing 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Now, if you didn't know, Searcher on the card says you can play up to 50 of this in your deck. It is kind of the main reason Mother D-Reaper works. If I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of people are in there between, I think you should play this amount of Searcher, you should play this amount of Searcher. I'm in the belief that you should play anywhere between 16 to 20. I think that is going to be correct. I don't think it really matters outside of that. So what I did is I built the deck without the Searchers, and I put everything else that I wanted to need in, and then whenever I was done with all of that, then I just threw in however many spots I had left for the Searchers. It happened to be 18, and 18 feels really good. With the number being between 16 to 20 for me and 18 hitting right in the middle, it has been perfectly fine. You're going to see these a lot. Sometimes you're going to see them a little bit too much, but the fact that you're going to be able to search them out and whatnot is going to up the consistency of it, so you do want a decent amount of these. Next up, we're going to have ADR03 Pendulum Feet. This is a card that's you could cut down to 2 or 3 if you wanted to, just because it's not the craziest card, but I do like Pendulum Feet a lot. For 3, you're going to be able to play it for 0 very early with Mother D-Reaper. You're going to be able to search the top 3, grab a Searcher, grab another D-Reaper card, like maybe Gatekeeper or something, whatever you need, and it's just a good consistency card. Then you're going to have this Digimon out that you can just get a security check in, and it goes down. It's really unconsequential, and you're going to be able to get this up to 6, 7, 8k pretty quickly because of the Searchers. So this is just a very good card. The 3-drop cards are very powerful because I think you're able to actually get real aggression from these, as to where with the other cards like Jerry and the other bigger cards, you kind of just want them for their value and not damage. And then obviously the Searcher itself cannot attack, so being able to have things that can actually get early checks in is nice. Then ADR4 Bubbles. We are playing 4 of Bubbles. Is super insane. You do have the on play of being able to put a Searcher underneath your Mother D-Reaper, which is nice. You can get that on play, speed up your Mother D-Reaper a little bit. Again, get that early check in, which is nice. But the main thing about Bubbles is its security trigger allows you to put a Searcher underneath when it is hit in security underneath one of your D-Reapers. So you're going to be able to essentially, like, let's say you're at 5 Searchers underneath your Mother D-Reaper, your opponent swings into Bubbles, you get to put a 6 underneath. Now if they hit Gatekeeper or you have Gatekeeper on the board, it is now live for the security attack -1, so Bubbles speeds it up a lot. Both Pendulum Feet and Bubbles do really help speed up the Mother D-Reaper, so I like both of these at 4, and again, they are our early checks. Then we're playing 3 ADR07 Pilates Head. This is a card that I was playing at 1 and then 2, but now I'm up to 3 because I ended up cutting the ADR that has the blocker. I ended up deciding that it wasn't as strong for me, and decided to go for this because once you get to the mid to late game, you're going to be able to have this thing at 10, 11, 12, 13k DP, so you're going to be able to play it out for free, suspend it, and delete one of your opponent's Mega for pretty much free, because yeah, you're gonna be able to play it for free and just suspend it. So this card late game is very strong. By having it at 3, you do have it a little bit more consistent, and also being able to play this out for like 3 early on and have it be a 6k is still very strong, because then you can delete your opponent's champions and things like that. So I do think this card is strong. Big shout out to Chris for showing me how much stronger this card was than I thought it was. So I went up to it, but you could cut this down to 2 if you wanted to play the blocker or something like that. ADR08 Optimizer is a card that a lot of people have been considered playing. I do like it a little bit. I haven't 100% tested it yet, so I don't have it in here. So we did skip the Optimizer, but we are playing 4 Gatekeeper here. Just makes perfect sense. Gatekeeper is extremely powerful. Being able to recover when played, to be able to have the security trigger, to be able to come out and then get the recovery, while also if you have 6 or more searches underneath your D Reaper, all your opponent's Digimon get security attack -1. So you can, if you get 2 of these out, opponents have security attack -2, then it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for them to really go in for security checks. So Gatekeeper at 4 just makes a lot of sense. This card is insane. And then to finish off, we just have 3 Reaper. I don't think you need 4 Reaper. You're really only playing 1 of these a game. I've never seen 2 Reapers played in a game, so I don't think it really matters. I think this is just for consistency, so you can find it as soon as you hit 7 on your D Reaper. If you want to go for game, you can have the Reaper here and just start going, get those swing, unsuspend with rush. But yeah, 4 seems way too clunky. You could probably honestly get away with 2. I have been considering it. Haven't fired the trigger on that one yet to test 2, but I think 3 is fine. You definitely don't need 4. Alright, so with the D Reaper cards down, that is the main core of the deck, and as you saw, a big portion of the deck. So the rest of the cards that I'm going to be showing you are going to be our yellow base. So starting off with the Tamers, we're going to be playing 2 Kari Kamiya and 1 TK Kari. You don't have to play the TK Kari here. You could play this with something else, but the thing about the Kari is this could be really any memory tamer. You don't really want it to be TK, because there's a big chance that when you play TK, you're going to have to take a white card and then damage yourself. Kari just gives you the memory tamer while also being a yellow source, which is very big. We do need the memory tamer. And then I do like TK Kari because D Reaper is a deck that can be a little slow at the beginning, meaning that your opponent is going to go aggressive. They are on a clock. They have to beat you. So TK Kari is going to allow you to gain 2 extra memory at the start of your turn. I think it's very nice. It's not the most key card. You could really switch up these tamers however you wanted, but I would definitely recommend playing at least 2 memory tamers, so that way you don't get choked and you're able to just play out better plays. And then the TK Kari is just a nice supplement. I was playing this at 2 and 2, but decided you really just need 1 TK Kari. It is a nice card to have, but it's not necessary to the deck. Now getting into the options, we got 4 Spiral Masquerade. This card is absolutely insane in this list. You go so wide so quickly, very easily, and you're going to be able to delete a bunch. In the mirror match, if you're playing against an opponent who is not playing the yellow, I think you are in a much better spot, because yes, they could play the black package, which has things like Iron Fisted Onslaught or maybe Ultimate Flare, but I think Spiral Masquerade just gives you a way better advantage in most matchups. And then in the mirror match, being able to delete 2+ of your opponent's gatekeepers on the board while also being able to delete some of their smaller stuff is going to be very huge, because once all their gatekeepers are gone, you just rush in for game. Mother D Reaper is going to count as a Digimon for Spiral, because once a Digi-Egg leaves the raising area and stays on the board, it does count as a Digimon. But Mother D Reaper is the only Digi-Egg that is going to be able to survive on the board because of its no level, as well as being having a DP. So it is going to technically count as a Digimon for Spiral Masquerade, despite it saying Digi-Egg on there, which makes Spiral Masquerade much better, because you're always going to have at least 1 target on the board. So if it gets hit in security, worst case scenario, you're given -3k to something. Next up, we got 2 Tactical Retreat. I think Tactical Retreat is absolutely insane in this list because of Gatekeeper here. Whenever you're able to play Gatekeeper, it's going to come out, it's going to give you security check, and then now you can go ahead and Tactical Retreat it, put it back into your security, and then when they swing into it, it comes out. They're going to get the minus security attack once again, while also recovering, so it just gives you a bunch of really just free recovery and just resilience, so you don't get out aggroed and stuff like that. You can also Tactical Retreat smaller stuff if you just want to pass your opponent at 1, or you just need that extra security to be able to survive next turn. And Tactical Retreat does have a nice security trigger of being able to just recover whenever it's hit, so it is just a very nice defensive card, but it works super well with Gatekeeper. Then to finish off the list, we are just going to be playing 1 Reinforcing Memory Boost. I don't think there's anything too crazy here. You're only allowed to play the 1 in your list because it is restricted, but it is a very strong card. For 6, you're you're going to be able to add a card to your hand, put a card on top of your security. If you're able to get Gatekeeper, that's insane. If you're able to get something like Spiral Masquerade or maybe a Tamer on top, that's also great too. But for the most part, it's just to give you that extra memory later with the delay effect, while also being able to just slow down your opponent a little bit by getting an extra security check and potentially putting something game altering on top, like a Spiral or a Gatekeeper. So it does work really well. The yellow package is just there to help slow down your opponent, so you have enough time to get your Mother D Reaper with enough sources, get your Reaper, be able to go for game, be able to get your Gatekeepers up and stuff like that. And so that's why I think yellow is the perfect package for this. But that's going to be it for this Mother D Reaper list. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe, because I'm going to be bringing you a bunch more Digimon trading card game content. Now that we have EX2, there's going to be a bunch of new sets, deck lists, and all that coming towards you. So with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.